How Nikola is transforming the future of the trucking industry. FedEx Corporation, including its subsidiary FedEx Freight, reported total operating expenses of approximately $70 billion for the fiscal year ending May 31, 2021. Operating expenses include costs associated with running the business, such as salaries, benefits, fuel costs, maintenance expenses, and other operating costs. Maintenance expenses can be a significant portion of the operating cost for a trucking company, typically ranging from 5% to 15% of total operating expenses. The exact percentage will depend on several factors, including the size of the fleet, the age of the trucks, and the type of maintenance required. In general, older trucks will require more maintenance and repairs, which can increase maintenance expenses. The size of the fleet and the type of freight being transported will also impact maintenance expenses, as larger fleets and heavy freight will put more wear and tear on the trucks, increasing the need for repairs and maintenance. 15% of $70 billion is approximately $10.5 billion. That's a huge chunk that could be invested in income-generating infrastructures within a company. In order to control operating costs, FedEx Corporation implements cost-saving measures, such as using predictive maintenance technologies to proactively identify potential problems and minimize maintenance expenses, and implementing fuel-efficient technologies to reduce fuel costs. The adoption of hydrogen technology in the transportation sector has the potential to have a significant impact on reducing carbon emissions and improving energy efficiency. Hydrogen-powered semi-trucks will offer several benefits over traditional diesel-powered trucks, including reduced operating costs and a clear carbon footprint. One of the biggest benefits of hydrogen-powered vehicles is their lower operating costs. The cost of hydrogen fuel is expected to become increasingly competitive with traditional fuels as production processes become more efficient. This will result in lower fuel costs for truck owners, who will be able to save money on their operating expenses. In addition to lower fuel costs, hydrogen-powered vehicles also offer improved energy efficiency. The use of hydrogen fuel cells in vehicles eliminates the need for an internal combustion engine, reducing the amount of energy required to power the vehicle. This improved energy efficiency will result in reduced operating costs and lower emissions, making hydrogen-powered vehicles a more sustainable and environmentally friendly option. Hydrogen technology is a clean, sustainable source of energy that has the potential to significantly reduce carbon emissions and help combat climate change. Unlike traditional diesel-powered trucks, hydrogen-powered vehicles do not produce harmful emissions when burned. Instead, they release only water vapor into the atmosphere. This makes hydrogen-powered vehicles a cleaner and more sustainable option, and will help reduce the transportation sector's carbon emissions and contribute to the fight against climate change. Nikola Corporation is a leading player in the hydrogen and electric vehicle (EV) market, and its stock has been making waves in recent years. The company's mission is to transition the world to sustainable energy and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Nikola's innovative approach to hydrogen technology is set to revolutionize the transportation industry and change the future of energy consumption. Nikola's approach to hydrogen technology is unique in that it involves the production and distribution of hydrogen fuel, as well as the development of fuel cell vehicles. The company's hydrogen fueling station network will make it easier for consumers to switch to hydrogen-powered vehicles, reducing the barriers to widespread adoption. Nikola is also working on developing hydrogen-powered semi-trucks, which will have a major impact on the transportation industry. Hydrogen can be used as a fuel source for a wide range of applications, including vehicles, heating, and electricity generation. This versatility makes hydrogen a promising alternative to traditional fossil fuels and a key component in the transition to a sustainable energy future. The transportation sector is one of the largest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, and the adoption of hydrogen technology will play a significant role in reducing these emissions. Nikola's hydrogen-powered semi-trucks are expected to have a range of up to 500 miles on a single fill-up, making them a practical alternative to traditional diesel-powered trucks. This will have a major impact on the transportation industry, reducing the need for long-haul trucking and reducing carbon emissions in the process. Hydrogen-powered trucks are expected to offer several benefits over traditional diesel-powered trucks, including lower fuel costs, improved energy efficiency, and reduced maintenance costs. These benefits are expected to result in lower operating costs for truck owners, reducing the overall cost of running a trucking business. Fuel costs are one of the biggest factors in the operating costs of a truck, and hydrogen-powered trucks are expected to offer lower fuel costs compared to traditional diesel-powered trucks. The cost of hydrogen fuel is expected to become increasingly competitive with traditional fuels as production processes become more efficient, reducing the cost of fuel for truck owners. Vehicle efficiency is another important factor in operating costs, and hydrogen-powered trucks are expected to be more energy efficient than traditional diesel-powered trucks, reducing the amount of energy required to power the vehicle and reducing fuel costs. Maintenance costs are also an important factor in operating costs, and hydrogen-powered trucks are expected to have lower maintenance costs compared to traditional diesel-powered trucks. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles have fewer moving parts compared to traditional diesel-powered vehicles, reducing the need for frequent maintenance and reducing maintenance costs. If companies like FedEx and Amazon, who utilize a big chunk of the trucking sector, start utilizing hydrogen-fueled trucks, they could potentially save billions of dollars from their operating expenses. What do you guys think? Are hydrogen-powered vehicles the future?